Hey guys, Silver here, and today is going to be a bit of a short video, and it's also going to be unscripted, but I just wanted to talk about this brand new trailer that was shown off for a Silver fan game, as Silver doesn't really get a lot of fan games, so I was definitely interested in seeing what these guys were cooking up, and I just wanted to give some of my opinions on what I saw, and give some positives as well as some criticisms, and when I give these criticisms, I promise I won't be rude or harsh, and I myself am not too skilled when it comes to game development. I do consider myself a game designer as I'm currently working on a couple of 2D projects, but those are pretty small in comparison to the type of scope that this Silver project is trying to do, basically being a 3D open world platformer, which is definitely an ambitious thing to do for just a fan project. And I just want to wish the best of luck to the game developers working on this project, because Silver doesn't really get a lot of fan games, and I really hope this game does well, because if it does, it'll get more fans to pay attention to Silver, as well as maybe get Sega's attention. Okay, starting off with the positives, I think the movement looks pretty good. It's clear that they're going with that Sonic Utopia type of inspiration for the gameplay, where it's very heavy on slopes and it's very heavy on momentum, which despite me thinking that Silver's gameplay should be focused more on puzzles and combat, I'm not opposed to this, as long as those elements are also in the game. But regardless, the controls for Silver look pretty good, and he also runs at a decent speed. Another positive I have is the flying in the game. The flying looks pretty good. I like how when you jump off a slope, you can use the flying to gain more momentum in order to fly faster. And also what I think is really cool is that you can change the direction of where you're flying. So they showed off that when you fly, you can actually change the direction of where you're flying, so you can fly upwards, which I think is a really cool addition to his moveset. Also, as for Silver's character model, I'm not a fan of the extra scarf that he has, because I think it overcomplicates his design, but they're definitely not going to change that, because the whole point of this fan game is that it's supposed to be based on Corn Art's fan art, which is great fan art, by the way. I just think that when it comes to, you know, the games and stuff, Silver's design is perfect already. You don't need any more additions, or else it'll just overdo it or overcomplicate things. But the model itself looks pretty good. I really like the type of shading that it has. Like, the art style for the game is very colorful while also not being too cartoony, which I do appreciate. Okay, so as for my criticisms, okay, number one thing, you need to add Silver's psychic aura. I don't know why when he's flying he doesn't have his cyan psychic aura surrounding him. That's like a defining trait of his gameplay and his design, that he's using his psychic aura when he's flying around, when he's using his powers. Like, you just need to implement that as soon as possible. It just looks really off having him fly around without the aura, and it also just looks way less cool. As for the combat is what needs to be fixed on the most, as it honestly doesn't look that much fun. You're just using your energy sword to hit robots, and first off, I don't really think the energy sword needs to be there. I much prefer you just use your psychokinetic powers like telekinesis, moving objects around and hitting enemies with the objects, or grabbing other enemies and using them to shoot other enemies. I just think the sword is really unnecessary, but if you have to keep the sword, maybe implement something to where whenever you're slashing the sword, it shoots a psychic wave projectile. I know they did say in the trailer that they plan on implementing all of Silver's abilities from Sonic 06 and Project 06, so hopefully they do that, and hopefully they can implement the sword better. But anyways, that about covers most of what I have to say about this game. I'll definitely keep my eye on it, as I do want to see this game turn out well, and I'm definitely rooting for the fans that are working on this game, and I hope the best for them. It would definitely be cool if in the next year or two we have a fully completed Silver fan game, as there are a lot of Sonic fan games that either get unfinished or canceled, unfortunately. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you think of Project Silver.